Today we're going to have a talk about smart city with Professor Young-Jin Kim today. Hello, Professor.
Hello, good to see you. This is Young-Jin Kim, Professor at Seogang University.
Recently, many cities have tried to implement smart technologies in their cities, and many people have talked about smart city from their own views. So what is exactly a smart city?
Probably you may think of a city which controls most of facilities and infrastructures within the city through using smart technologies, including artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, big data, virtual reality, and augmented reality. This picture shows the design of smart city. This picture represents various functions of a city, provides such as public administration, safety, health, tourism, art, culture, education, transportation, environmental management, water management, etc. Looks great. Everyone may have one's own answer, like I have my own. Let's look at the definitions about the smart city made by researchers and practitioners. First, I brought the definitions of smart city that may give us some understanding about the broad picture about it. As you can see, the definition of smart city varies depending on the agent who makes the definition. Caraglio and Niekamp explain that a city can be defined as a smart when investment in human and social capital and traditional and modern communication infrastructure fuel sustainable economic development and high quality of life, with a wise management of natural resources through participatory action and engagement. IEEE defines it as a city that brings together technology, government, and society to enable the characteristics of smart economy, mobility, environment, people, living, and governance. UK Department for Business, Innovation, and Skills defines it as a process or a series of steps by which cities become more livable and resilient, and hence able to respond more quickly to new challenges. According to Wikipedia, a smart city can be defined as an urban area that uses different types of electronic methods and sensors to collect data from citizens, devices, buildings, and assets. The data is used to monitor and manage traffic and transportation systems, power plant, utilities, water supply networks, waste, crime detection and information systems, schools, libraries, hospitals, and other community services. The key factor in this definition is data and intelligence.
Wow, there are so many different definitions about a smart city. So what are the commonalities among these definitions?
Although the definitions vary, we can find a commonality among the definitions. Those are sustainability, quality of life, resilience, data, and smart technologies.
Yeah, I see. So what is going to be the most important feature among smart city functions?
To make a city smart, the city has spatial intelligence that is represented in three ways: orchestration intelligence, empowerment intelligence, and instrumental intelligence. Orchestration intelligence is to establish institutions and community-based problem solving and collaborations so that the city can be managed through the wisdom of crowd. Empowerment intelligence means to provide citizens with playgrounds such as open platforms, experimental facilities, and smart city infrastructure in order to cluster innovation in certain districts within the city. Good examples include the Kista Science City in Stockholm and the Cyberport Zone in Hong Kong. Instrumentation intelligence is to have real-time data collection with analysis and predictive modeling across city districts to make the city infrastructure smart. Amsterdam is a good example. Best practices of the spatial intelligence of cities reported by the Intelligent Community Forum Award from 1999 to 2010 include Seoul City, Gangnam District of Seoul, Songdo, and Suwon of South Korea, Stockholm of Sweden, Waterloo, Ontario, Calgary, Alberta of Canada, Taipei of Taiwan, Mitaka of Japan, Glasgow of Scotland, New York City, Lagrange in Georgia of US, and Singapore.
Then how can you make a smart city project successful, you think?
The creation, integration, and adoption of smart city capabilities require a unique set of frameworks to realize the focus areas of opportunity and innovation, which are central to smart city project. The frameworks can be divided into 5 main dimensions, which include numerous related categories of smart city development. The 5 dimensions are technology framework, human framework, institutional framework, energy framework, and data framework. Technology framework is one of the key frameworks to develop a smart city because technologies allow various interactions among citizens between human and machines and among machines. Technology framework include 5 sub-dimensions of digital, intelligent, wired, merged reality, and big data. Digital means a service-oriented infrastructure based on open industry standards that include innovation services and communication infrastructure. Intelligent means cognitive technologies such as artificial intelligence and machine learning to support the efficacy and impact of particular policy decisions. A wide city environment includes telecommunications, robotics, the Internet of Things, and various connected technologies that provide general access to continually updated digital and physical infrastructure. Merged reality is the combination of a physical connovation and a virtual city related to the physical space. Finally, big data means a large quantity of data generated by the multiplicity of interactive devices. Human framework is focusing on the quality of life of its citizens and visitors by nurturing creativity, learning, humanity, knowledge. In terms of creativity, a smart city planning needs to focus on art and culture initiatives for knowledge workers to participate in a diverse mix of cultural and artistic activities, which will make the lives of citizens rich. Learning is for building a capable workforce through education initiatives, including available workforce training and support, and its cultural development and exchange. Humanity works as soft infrastructure development that promote diversity, inclusion, and ubiquitous access to public services. Finally, knowledge means the development of a knowledge economy and the boosting up of innovation in city development by becoming hubs of economic activity in emerging tech and service sectors. Institutional framework is to achieve institutional involvement, which is essential to the success of smart community initiatives. Although the technology development is critical in smart city initiative, technological use itself is not an end, but only a means to reinventing cities for a new economy and society. Smart cities need to address societal issues such as traffic congestion, school overcrowding, and air pollution to achieve smart growth through the partnership between citizen and institutional organizations. Accordingly, any smart city initiatives requires the government support through participatory governance for their success in terms of sustainable growth and enhanced quality of life. Energy framework is important to achieve efficient and effective energy resources which are required to make smart connections within a smart city. Utility companies, including electronic companies, usually play a key role in smart cities. To manage and control various facilities and resources, a smart city needs to have various combination of data collection, processing, and distributing technologies. This is what the data management framework is for. Data management comes with networking and computing technologies and data security and privacy measures. To develop and operate a smart city, various experts with different expertise and skills are required. In the picture, we can see a bunch of different jobs related to smart cities. These experts are from business transformation practitioners and digital anthropologists to cybersecurity analysts to robotics specialists. For example, we need platform developer, data scientist, machine learning scientist, neural implant technician, and cloud architect for data and systems management, network programmer, industrial network engineer, and cybersecurity analyst for network management, robotics specialist, remote healthcare, and 3D print technician for service delivery, business transformation practitioner, urban innovation, customer makers, and digital anthropologist for service innovation. And finally, professional triber for project management.
But the problem is that we're going to build a smart city in a day. So we have to transform our current cities into our smart cities. So what is going to be the best way to transform our current cities into smart cities?
Excellent question. Here is the strategy. Firstly, we have to have digital strategy which address what other services the city needs to provide to its citizens in an on-demand manner. We have to decide which on-demand service we pursue first because we have limited resources. Secondly, we have to come up with the ideas about how our citizens are using those services. Even though a service is developed, if it is not accepted by citizens, it is useless. Thirdly, we need to decide which part of the city need to be transformed first, second, etc. We have to set priority among the infrastructures and systems that will be transformed.
So today we had a lecture about a smart city with Professor Kim today. Thank you for your lecture.
Thank you very much for listening.